What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kari, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. After a lot of hype, a lot of early releases, and an exclusive access that I didn't get access to, I finally have been able to get my hands on one of the most highly anticipated Jordan 4s to drop in a little while. There was a lot of hype behind these, and the hype didn't even die down with all of the early hype that was going on. So I'm proud to show you guys this brand new Air Jordan 4 starting with the box. We're talking today about player edition sneakers, and this one I believe pays homage directly to a University of North Carolina player edition Jordan 4. Now, I don't know what the box looked like for that sneaker, but the box that we did get this time looks really clean. Now, as you can see, kind of giving a little nod to what the sneaker is going to look like. You have that gray cement kind of splatter print on the bottom of the box. On the top half of the box here on the lid, you have this glossy white with the UNC colored Jumpman and the black flight right underneath it. So really nice packaging. Jordan brand has been doing some great things with their packaging for certain sneakers, and then other sneakers I feel like they've kind of dropped the ball on, but hey, I'm not here to judge. It is what it is. Without further ado, let's get into the shoe. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Air Jordan 4 University Blue, otherwise known to many, to pretty much everybody, as the UNC Air Jordan 4. Man, if there was ever a sneaker that was made for a pair of black skinny jeans, this would be the one, wouldn't it? It's a good looking shoe. It's a really good looking shoe. Before we dig a little bit deeper into the sneaker, I just want to back up a little bit and just talk a little bit about the sneaker. I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't that big of a fan of all blue sneakers, honestly, until the Travis Scott 4 came out. And I hate to be a bit of a hype beast, but my hype beast tends to come out when it comes to certain Travis Scott sneakers. And that Travis Scott Jordan 4 really was a special sneaker. And I really didn't think people were gonna rock that sneaker as much as they did. But when I saw some of the fits that people were putting together with the all blue, I said, okay, maybe we got something here. And now again, we've seen this kind of iteration of the UNC edition Air Jordan 4. Now, of course, you guys remember on the UNC version of the Air Jordan 4, which was one of a few different, very highly coveted Air Jordan 4 PEs that have dropped. Remember, you had the OU, the Oklahoma Air Jordan 4 PE. You also had the Michigan 4. You also had the Florida Gator 4s. And of course, the UNCs. The UNCs were pretty much all blue all around the sneaker. They still had the splatter print on it, but the splatter print, I believe, all around the sneaker was blue. And I think there were some smaller other touches as well. But overall, the Pantone of the color is pretty much the same color blue. So to me, this really digs into that UNC player edition. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after we take a little deeper look at the shoe. Let's get into it. All right, guys, starting with the upper of the shoe. It's a nice shape, good looking Air Jordan 4 here. Nothing really different about the shoe in and of itself. Of course, the thing that's going to catch your eye is all of the blue all along the upper of the sneaker. Now, not only that, let's talk a little bit about the materials. A lot of people want to know what the quality is like. You may be waiting on your pair to come in from a raffle you won, or if you were one of the ones that won the sneakers draw, which I was not, so congratulations on that. But the quality of the sneaker is very nice. The suede is a very soft suede. I've seen some people compare these to the Air Jordan 5 Toro Bravos that we recently got, and the fact they were an all suede red upper. To me, that suede was a little bit rougher. This one feels very soft to the touch, almost like a nice towel. It feels broken in, actually. It feels like the suede has already been treated and kind of worn in and kind of broken in. It's a lot softer. You're really going to be impressed with these. Now, from there, similar to the UNC Player Edition, you have this all blue mesh netting with the blue underlay as well. So all blue all the way through. That rhymed. I didn't mean for it to. Now, in the back of the quarter panel is where we start to get hits of the white cement Air Jordan 4. Of course, a classic, iconic sneaker. There's really not much more that you could say about the white cement Air Jordan 4 without starting off by saying that it's an iconic sneaker. And of course, we're getting nods to that in the wings here. You have the cement wings here with the splatter in there, of course, with the black eyelets on the top and the bottom of the sneaker. You also have that same cement with the black splatter print all along the top of the midsole on this shoe as well. So definitely giving me those white cement 4 vibes. Even on the mudguard wrapping around the toe box of the shoe, also black as well, just like those white cements. Taking a top down look at the shoe here, you get the University blue laces here. Everything else is pretty much standard for the Air Jordan 4, except when you get to the tongue. Let's talk about that. Now, on the tongue of the shoe, you have a white tongue tag here, standard Air Jordan 4 tongue tag, at least most of it is, but it has this kind of almost transparent looking Jumpman right above the black flight. You can almost not even see it. It's literally almost invisible there. It looks like one of those screen tests when you're trying to play a video game or something and it wants you to adjust your screen brightness until it's barely visible. This Jumpman looks barely visible. But this here is the most interesting part of the tongue to me. Now, I don't really know why Jordan Brand decided to put the Team 23 here of all places. I personally think it's a little bit awkward, but of course I definitely understand that they want to go with the team theme of this sneaker here. Of course, paying homage to the UNC Player Edition sneaker. All of the Team 23 Jordans to me, of course, in the past have represented actual Player Edition versions of sneakers. You guys remember the Oregon looking Jordan 5s, the Michigan looking Jordan 5s, the UNC looking Jordan 3s. All of those were kind of those Team 23-ish sneakers as well, and this one is no different. I just want to know why the tag was put here as opposed to anywhere else on the shoe. I mean, I feel like they could have just stitched the Team 23 inside of the insole like they did on a couple of other Team 23 Jordans. I don't know why they put it here. It just seems really, really awkward, and it seems like you're just gonna wanna do this all day long on the tongue. It's weird. So I guess your best bet is just kind of to tuck it in on the side and just to rock it with it kind of tucked in on the side. I don't know, man. I definitely understand wanting to cut it off here, because without that there, this is a really, really clean looking shoe. So I don't know whose decision it was to put it right there, but that's very weird. Other than that, shoe was fly. On the back of the tongue here, again, very soft tongue. You guys can see how soft that is. It's black on the back side of the tongue here. I think on the actual Player Edition, it might have been blue, like a dark navy blue. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the color on this one. But of course, you have the upside down tongue tag that's in black with white Air Jordan writing. Moving down to the heel of the shoe here, again, looks exactly like a white cement Air Jordan 4. So it really looks like they just mixed the Player Edition with the white cement Air Jordan 4 here. This time we got the Jumpman on the back. Don't get the Nike Air, but it is what it is. On the outsole of the shoe, again, looks just like the color blocking from the white cement Air Jordan 4, except this time you do have that hit of blue in the forefront of the foot, and you also have that blue Jumpman on the midfoot. Last but not least, you have this all black insole with the University Blue Jumpman on the heel. Also, one thing that I noticed that was kind of funny, I actually noticed this in the wear testers video of this shoe. The bottom of the insole here still says AJ11, so it looks like Air Jordan has been reusing some of these parts here, especially when it comes to these insoles. But to his point, they're pretty expensive. So be prepared to see a lot of Air Jordan 11 insoles on Air Jordan 4s and other sneakers as well. But it is soft. I don't want to say that's it for the shoe, because I'm still looking for the extra laces. I mean, there's gotta be extra laces in here somewhere, right? I mean, the $200 shoe, there's gotta be extra lace. There's no extra laces. There are no extra laces. Wow. Well, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the Air Jordan 4 University Blue with no extra laces for $200. In all seriousness though, this is a really, really good sneaker. I think it's a really solid pickup for $200, even though it doesn't come with the extra laces, and even though it really doesn't come with anything else except the shoe itself. To me, it's still a really solid pickup. Now, again, as I mentioned, these look like they really pay homage to mixing the white cement Air Jordan 4, which we recently got the golf shoe version of as well. So it makes sense that they would kind of carry that theme over into their newest Air Jordan 4. And of course, the Player Edition, the exclusive edition that you or I don't have enough money or connections to get our hands on. It's a really nicely done mismatch of those two sneakers. Here's the thing about these. Nike and Jordan Brand do a fantastic job with what they call demand creation. As I mentioned a few times before, it's a budget line item that actually has a lot of money put into it. And the idea is to create something and then create demand around that thing that you created. So what I mean by that is you take a Player Edition, which is an amazing idea that Jordan Brand has to make special colors of special sneakers that are iconic silhouettes, and to give them to certain college athletes at certain high visibility schools, right? And then you turn around and you tweak that same design that you just put out there, and you got all that hype around it because now people understand they can't get their hands on it. And then you create this slightly tweaked version of this sneaker that people have been wanting to get their hands on for years and years and years. And some people have, but they've gotten in a lot of trouble over it. You guys remember the UNC players that got suspended for selling their Player Editions? By the way, pay those people, NCAA, but we're not here to discuss that. Well, now we have a way that we can get our hands on a really fly looking colorway of a sneaker legally without getting in any trouble over it, that actually looks good and reminds us of that coveted Player Edition, limited edition sneaker that nobody was able to get their hands on. So it's a win-win. You've created the demand for your product, and now you're feeding into that demand that you have created for that product. And guys, listen, that's the key to success right here. This is what keeps Jordan Brand and Nike at the top, is that they have the ability to create their own hype out here, and they're doing a fantastic job of that with sneakers like these. Every time we pretty much seen a sneaker that is reminiscent of a Player Edition sneaker come out, it's pretty much sold out as long as the colorway was executed well. We've seen that again with multiple versions of Air Jordan 5s. We saw it, of course, with the Air Jordan 3 UNC, which was a phenomenal sneaker in my opinion. And now we're seeing it one more time with the Air Jordan 4 University Blue. Again, I'm interested to see how many people just match these up with a pair of black skinny jeans. I'm not gonna lie, I will probably do the same thing while trying to put it with some other stuff as well. Probably try to be a little bit creative. Not gonna lie though, I love a good pair of black skinny jeans. So now it's time for you guys to sound off and let me know what you guys think about the Air Jordan 4 University Blue. Are these ones that you guys were able to add to your collection? Are you still on the hunt for a pair? Did you take an L because everything on the Sneakers app is a draw? Do you guys want to talk a little bit about why everything on the Sneakers app is a draw these days? Sound off down below. Let me know your thoughts. And let's dialogue a little bit about these. I like them. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Air Jordan 4 University Blue, aka the UNCs. And until next time, I'm out.